A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. This is a collective channeling session and there is a wonderful message that has come through. In this message, people who are doing active inner work, when I say active inner work, it means that somewhere, not all days are going to be same. Some days are a little challenging, some days are not challenging. But when you decide to do something, which means when you decide to work on yourself, when you decide to become a better version of yourself, then no matter what problems come, you face it with a smile, or you face it in whatever way, you're supposed to face it. But you don't stop doing your inner work. And I can say this with my own experience also into this, that yes, inner work is not easy, but it is worth it. It is worth it. Every single day that you spend on inner work, on ascension, it is worth it. Now, the message is that somebody wants everything that you have. So I can see the energy of someone around you who is there in your life. It could be a soulmate, it could be a karmic, it could be a twin flame also, but somebody who has access to you. Okay, sometimes I have noticed that karmic relationships are also coming from narcissistic relationships. Basically, the source of these relationships, the connection, how they connect with you, is because you have the narcissistic information energy pattern in your DNA system. It is stored in your cells. So because of that, you are going to obviously attract same energy. We always attract what we are within, good and bad both. So you get the rewards when you do inner work. You are going to get the rewards. Universe is rewarding you and all those people for the inner work they are doing. Okay, and the reward channeling I will do later. First, let me do this. Today only I plan to share that particular channeling. So hopefully, let's hope it happens. In that channeling, I'm going to share what is the reward for people who have been doing deep inner work. And the reward is related to root chakra foundation energies. Okay. So yes, stay around for this update also. So somebody wants everything that you have, and yet they make you feel that what you have is ordinary. It's not so precious. Okay. So you may be talented. I can sense that this person that we are talking about, not the other one, but you, whosoever is listening, you have a talent, you have skills, or you have some innate type of beauty, that actually comes from inner beauty only. Your skill, your talent, it's literally like you're gifted. You didn't have to learn it from anywhere. You didn't have to go to a college or a school or get a degree. It could also be a gift which is connected to your sixth sense. It could be an intuitive gift. Because of that gift, you have a different aura than others. And this person can sense it. Like maybe I'm also being shown that this person also has some intuitive gifts. Okay. They also have certain things going, but they don't have it as deep and as polished as yours. Like when they see your gift, they go like, wow, this is like something different. But instead of praising you, instead of making you feel strong about it, they always talk in a manner like, okay, you're not an important person. Like they never love you openly or truly. I am being given the word half-assed. Okay, so this person is also having a lot of fearful energy. So they care a lot about society. They care a lot about other people, what other people think. They themselves are not so grounded. They themselves have lived their life, in pleasing other people. But they always please the wrong people. So somebody around you is a type of person who can sense that you are unique You are different, you are unique, you have your own style, and they know you are very powerful. They want to control you also. In many ways, I'm being shown that they want to control you. They want you to do whatever they want from you. When you start using your own mind, your own things, they don't like it. So in order to keep you tamed and controlled, I'm also being shown it could be somebody's life partner also. It could be a sibling also, an elder sibling, maybe a younger sibling. It could be someone who you consider to be like good friend, a very good friend. You consider that person. And that person, they are not spiritually that developed. They may be a very nice person. They may be good and whatever, sweet and all. They may be even fun to hang out with. But they are not developed. They are not spiritually that developed. Okay, so because they are not developed, they are more focused on themselves in the sense that I should be praised, I should be liked, everyone should listen to me, I should have the control. And people, they want you to be available for them 24/7. Like they don't care about your time, they don't care about your work. They want you to be like their slave also sometimes. And then they cannot be, when you need them, they can come up with excuses. Oh, I'm so busy. Oh, I'm doing this. And that's the reason why I'm being told that it could also be a twin flame situation where you feel that the person who's mirroring your twin flame energy is not constantly there for you, is not like they are competing with you maybe. It could also be a soulmate, a long-term soulmate relationship. It could be someone from the family also, a biological connection also. It could be a parent also. So people are going through this situation where they are literally feeling drained every time you share something with such a person or this particular person. You feel drained. And I'll tell you how you feel drained. For example, you're very happy. You're very excited about something. Okay, it could be a spiritual achievement. It could be a love achievement. It could be some kind of financial achievement. It could be just the fact that you are doing something new. Say even therapy for that matter. Say you join therapy. You're very excited. You're doing inner work. Or you're very excited. You found out about some real, very deep, meaningful stuff about twin flame journey. It could also be something which you have been struggling with a long time to decode, to understand, but you haven't. So you being a open-hearted person, you being this, loving person, you don't have all the politics and the mind games in your head. You just like to share whatever's in your heart, but they listen to you as if they are just doing some kind of a favor on you. Even by listening to you, they are doing some kind of favor on you. And it's like they don't have time to listen to you, so they'll listen to you, but you have to speak very fast. You have to explain it very fast, and they will not take total interest. They will take interest, but they will pretend like, oh my God, they have so many things to do, so busy they are. So they'll listen to you, but they'll act like whatever you told them is very ordinary. It's not like they will not show you that much excitement, that much joy that you have about it. And you feel that, this person, if this person really loves me, cares for me, is there for me, you have also reached a saturation point, basically. You have also reached a saturation point because you don't want to get drained anymore by sharing with them, by being around them, by loving them, because no matter what you do, no matter what you share with this person, in your childlike innocence, in your excitement, in your awe and wonder, and sometimes I'm also sensing that you want to be loved by this person, and you want to be loved by this person in a realistic way, in a real way, in a true way, not in a false way, like they're like, yeah, I'm with you, yeah, but it's like they're doing a formality with you, but they're still so interested in you. If you'll go somewhere for 2 hours, 3 hours, they'll call you. Or if you're doing something really cool without them, like you don't need them, whenever you become independent, this person will come back to you, or they will start becoming very nice to you. Whenever you cut the cord, or whenever you say, okay, I don't want to talk to them, because talking to this person always drains me, always makes me feel low and sad, as if, whatever I say, all my spiritual, mystical experiences, or all my inner work related experience, all my love, unconditional love related experiences, whenever I share, and even pain, I'm being shown that they have treated you like this even in your pain. Like, say you're crying in front of them. You really need a shoulder at that time. You really need someone to just hold you for 10 minutes. You're not crying all the time in front of them. You just want to cry out. You just want to feel release. You want to be relieved. But even when you're crying, either they will look at you like, what, this is all your fault. You are the one who fucked up, so you gotta clean your mess. Which is true. If you make a mistake, you are responsible for it. But there is a way of saying it. They are like extremely mean towards you, but not verbally, so even you cannot pinpoint it. Say you're crying in front of them and they go like, oh, can you do it faster? I gotta go somewhere. Basically, they don't want to give you even this much importance, that when you are in a bad situation, you've never cried in front of them, you've never shared much, but you really want to talk to a friend, and you've been always taking care of them. I'm also being shown that you have taken care of them all the time. In fact, all of this sharing that you're doing is because you like to make people happy. So you feel that if I'm going to share this wonderful experience of mine with someone, they will be so happy. They will be so happy. I can share my joy with them. But instead of being happy, they're actually feeling jealous of you because you got something that they don't have. Like, they want the same experiences. They want the same type of friends. They want people to pamper them like this. They want people to love them the way they love you. They want people to be attracted towards them the way people are attracted towards you. They want it all, basically. I'm being shown that. They want everything. Somebody wants everything that you have. And they are very close to you. So instead of being happy for you, instead of being proud of you, they are like, I don't want to like fully support this person. I don't want to fully make this person feel, amazing about themselves. Because that's human tendency sometimes. Some people are like that. And you are, through this channeling, you're being given a message now. The guidance is, what is the guidance? Okay, now that we know the situation, more or less, because I'm being told to channel and project this energy to everyone. You could be struggling with this. You could be struggling with this in your love life also. So even though this situation can happen in many different setups, but you could also experience this when you're dating a person. You're in a relationship with a person, and I'm being shown it's a long-term relationship. And it could be long-term or it could be very intense despite being for a short while. Say in 6 months you feel like you know this person for 6 years or 10 years. So you are sharing a lot with this person because you love this person, and you feel that just the way I see them as mine, they also see me as theirs. Like, just the way I feel they belong to me and I belong to them, they also feel the same way. So in that emotion, you're sharing a lot of things with them. You're sharing about your gifts, you're sharing about your experiences. Maybe you go somewhere, okay, and you get like this wonderful offer from someone. A big project is given to you. You're very excited. You go to this person running and you're like, hey, you know what? I got that project. It's actually happening, and I'm going to make this much money, and I'm going to do this and that. I'm going to start my business that has been long pending, or, I'm going to invest on myself, or, I was actually asking God for this amount and it's working out. So they'll be like, okay. Yeah, okay. Listen, I have to now go somewhere. I have to make a call. Just stay here, okay? I'll just be back. And you're like, your balloon that, you were so happy. You were not in that overexcited phase. You were very grateful. You're like, wow, God made it possible. But looking at this type of a reaction from the person you love, or the person who claims to love you or be in a relationship with you, or whatever the scenario is, seeing such a boring response. And this does not happen once or twice. It happens on many occasions. Each time they do this to you, you feel very drained. Each time they do this to you, you feel very bad. You feel very unloved. It's like, you were looking for some validation or acknowledgement for this person. Like, you did something really amazing. You were waiting for this. You were working hard. They are also not happy, or they are not like genuinely supportive of the dedication and devotion you have. See, you are a person who is very dedicated to therapy or inner work. I see such people also in my therapy sessions who are very excited. But the people around them, the partners or the family members or the boyfriend or girlfriend or best friend, they are not happy about it. They are very like, yeah, whatever. Because they don't want you to get out of their limited zone of doing things. You have a lot of energy in you. You're a free-spirited person. You're a multi-dimensional being. You can do wonderful things. You can do amazing things. You have manifested so many things whenever you needed it. They can't do that, and they have to depend on you for many things. But they can't give you the credit also. Now, that's the wrong thing they are doing. See, it should be like that. If you see something good in your person, you must acknowledge them. You must reward them. People don't want to reward those people who do so much for them. They become a miser. In Hindi we have a word called kanjoos. Kanjoos is used for people who are misers. And kanjoos, I think, is not just about money, although it is used for people who are monetarily, very kanjoos. So, kanjoos, makhi choose. Makhi choose means even if they can even suck out the whatever life force or everything, even from a fly. They won't even leave a fly. So sometimes people don't like to reward others, and this person is like that. They don't want to reward you. They want to take from you so much. They love taking from you. They want everything, but they don't like to give it back. They don't like to give back. They don't have any, thank you, you're doing this for me, thank you. So this type of person, people you're dealing with, or single person, or maybe more than one, or maybe you were in a toxic relationship, the relationship got over, you started doing inner work, you started trying to find out where is this problem coming from. It has to come from my childhood, it has to come from my society, it has to come from my DNA, it has to come from my ecosystem which I'm in right now. And you start finding out like an investigator that where are my karmics and where are my false twins coming from. And boom, you find out that this is the reason why my upbringing or my childhood or my programming, this is the reason. These people have done this with me all my life. I have gone through it. So obviously my energy is like that I'm going to attract such people. Until the time you don't do proper inner work, some people think that just sharing is inner work. Sharing is not inner work. Because most people, especially narcissistic people, they share the same stories about their life 100 times. And they will make sure that other people remember it. And they start telling the children first, the same story 50 times, 60 times. Only narcissists can do that. Because they feel like some kind of a elevation every time they talk about that story. So they love to share that story. But you have heard it so much and you're like, I don't want to listen to it the 50th time with the same excitement. Because you have been excited with everything they say, even nonsense things they have been saying. Okay, even nonsense things or even stupid things sometimes they say, but you always acknowledge them. You always give so much energy to this person, to these people, if there are more than one. But they don't have that in them. They don't like to do that for you. Like you are shaping them up. You are standing by them. You are boosting their morale. But they do the opposite. So the guidance is that you don't have to share anything with them. You don't need to do anything. I know it will be hard for you to practice this, but you need to be very conscious and aware because you're the one who's telling them everything and they are sort of casting an evil eye unknowingly sometimes. Some people are doing it unknowingly because they're envious of you. So every time you share your happy news or say it's not happy, some congratulation type of news, congratulatory stuff. No. It could be your basic simple achievement also. Like you were learning, you wanted to learn swimming. Finally you learned it. You go to them, you tell them, you know what, today I could swim on my own. And they would be like, yeah, all right. Or they would say, well, I've been swimming since childhood. I know swimming, so what? So it's like, okay, you need to say full stop to this. And you don't need to tell it to them. You need to tell yourself that if they cannot be happy, well, I'm always happy even in their stupid nonsense stuff. I am constantly there with them. If they cannot even acknowledge my presence or acknowledge my excitement or my joy, I am not going to talk to these people. I am not going to tell them everything about myself. If they find out, then also I am going to sort of keep a low profile in front of them. Maybe you have some really good friends, and I think, if you understand this channeling, you process the wounds, maybe in due course of time, maybe in a year or so, whenever it is meant to be, you will start attracting people who will be very excited every time you share anything with them. You will love to talk to them. They will love to talk to you. You can have conversation for hours and then you can go back and do your things. Such people are always responsible, so you don't mind if they have to excuse themselves because you've seen them over a span of time. So maybe, say, after a year you start attracting such people, then it takes around 2-3 years to know a person, right? So you will sooner or later start meeting or start interacting with people who are going to be there for you in a way that even you cannot imagine. They will support you like 100%. They will have full energy. They will be just like you, always going into things, always doing things, always gung-ho, always excited, very compassionate, very kind-hearted. Even when you share small things with them, which make you happy, which may be small for the whole world, but for you it could be, something that you put your heart and soul into it. They'll listen to it and they'll be like, wow, you did it. It was your dream. Look, wow, you achieved it. As a child, you did not get it basically. So your whole life, adolescence, puberty, youth is obviously a little bit long term than childhood, because childhood is just like 7-8 years. After that, things start changing. When you're 12, 13, your puberty hits in. Things are different. But then there is some kind of a stability. But again, it's not with everyone. I think it's people who do inner work experience stability a lot more than other people. So in this channeling, this is the message. And thank you so much for being here with me. For your personal situation, you can write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com after going through the description box. And when you're sure, kindly do not share your twin flame journey in advance with me, because we follow step-by-step protocol and we use spiritual tools to give you the most authentic, the most correct answers that can help you in your vision, in your goal, in your actual vision, goal, mission, whatever you want to achieve. One thing that they want to say is that the spirit guides, that whenever you feel drained and you're in this situation where you're doing so much for them and they only give you back criticism or lack of support, or they show you disloyalty in some sense, they are saying be present to that situation. Be present to that emotion. You might want to cry sometimes maybe, but be present and be by yourself for a while. Try to analyze it. Okay. So yes, you can also support me on Patreon now. And all the people who support me on Patreon, the fee is very low. Those who cannot afford the personal session or therapy, because I understand people who come to me for work, inner work, they are moving into the surrender stage. Okay. They are done with the runner-chaser dynamic. But if you're still stuck in the lower frequency, sometimes your root chakra is not functioning well, then financial crises happen. So in that case, if you are financially not that sound, but you still want to do inner work, then number one, you can use the content of this channel to your best. And secondly, you can join Patreon and every month we get a Zoom class. And it would be better if we have more and more people. It's no fun doing a Zoom class or a group discussion with just 4 or 5 people. So we need more and more people. And for Hindi, we'll have different group. For English and bilingual, we might have different group. A group discussion or a group class is more fun when we have lots of people and we can take the best questions from those people. So yes, go ahead with that. Till then, as I always say, remember that ascension is a lifestyle, inner work is a lifestyle. Thank you so much for being here with me, and thank you so much for all those people who are doing regular inner work. I will see you soon in another one. One love and peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.